You know, a friend of mine, Bob Weiner, I think everybody in the body of Christ knows Bob Weiner. He came up to me a couple of years ago and he said, "Have you read this book by Martin Powell, a guy who is right here in your church?" He said, "This is not only the best book I've ever read on finances, it's the best book I've ever read." I said, "By Martin Powell?" Now, I know Martin Powell is, he's a great guy. I didn't know he was a writer or anything else. He has truly a remarkable experience, a remarkable testimony in history, but I didn't even know he had any revelation on this. So anyway, I immediately got the book with that kind of recommendation. I'm talking about this book right here, Money Matters in My Kingdom. I read it and I had to say, this is definitely on top, near the top of the list of the best books I've ever read. Truly, it covers much more about kingdom finances, but it also covered it from what I believe was an incredible balance that is uncommon in these times. Everything was rooted in the scriptures, linked to the scriptures, and was amazingly well done. So I've got the author of this book, Martin Powell, right here. Welcome to Prophetic Perspectives. Now tell us about Martin Powell. Who's Martin Powell? Then we're going to talk about how in the world you get such a revelation as this.
Yeah. Well, wow. When I wrote the book on money matters, Rick, the reason I wrote it was because the Lord said to me, he said, "Martin, would you do me a favor?"
Think of that. God asking you to do him a favor. I know this is true.
Yeah. I said, "Yes, Lord, of course." So, "Look, what do you want me to do?" He said, "I want you to write a book." And so I said, "Okay, what's it on?" He said, "Prosperity." I went, "Oh, no."
It's not a popular thing in Europe.
No.
Or because of some excesses that have come out.
That's right. And see, I'd love to write on love or faith. And but you can't say Lord and no at the same time.
Yeah.
So I said yes. And well, he said to me, "Martin, you've already preached on it and written most of the chapters in Bible studies." So I'd already had a lot of material ready. And so that's why I did it. It wasn't through self-desire to write something.
Yeah. Well, you know, you cannot serve God in money. But if you don't learn to make money serve you, you will end up serving it. And that's what Kingdom Matters is, what the message of this book is. How do you make money your servant instead of having to serve it your entire life? You do it the kingdom way. God has laid it out very clearly and easily. I thought you did just absolute remarkable job. I can't wait to hear on all these 7 pillars of wisdom. And, you know, we were just talking in the previous program with Michael Fickus, who wrote Enoch's Blessing, about, you know, the experience Enoch had seeing the wells of the wisdom of God that we would be drinking from in these days. And there are wells, and I think you're tapping into one of them. Want to mention a little bit, though, the Lord told you something about he wanted you to make money.
That's right, yes.
And you thought, well, I'm doing my best, you know, I'm trying to make a living. He said, no, he wanted you to make actual coins that were talents, that were money. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yes, when I left London, the Lord said to me, he said, "Martin, I want you to be my banker." And I just thought, okay. And I put it in my filing cabinet of words I'd heard. And so when I arrived at Morningstar, the first prophetic ministry I received, a gentleman said to me that he saw the word mint written over me.
Mint, like minting coins.
Yeah, that I would be starting a mint. And I wasn't sure whether that was to be physical or spiritual or what it really meant. And then in the preceding weeks, the Lord just kept saying to me, "Martin, I want you to make money." And I said, "Yes, Lord." Yeah. And then it was in the Keys conference that we had here in Morningstar. Then I said to the Lord, "What do you want me to do?" And he said to me, "Martin, I want you to make money. I said, oh, no. And then the penny dropped. That what he actually wanted me to do was to physically make money.
And tell us a little bit about your shop. You have you on Main Street at Heritage Grand Conference Center, and
Oh yes, we've started that in 2012, and what we do is we sell gold and silver, and really the whole purpose is so that we can get ready for the end times. That when there's economic difficulties and troubles, that the church will have their wealth protected. And we do rollover IRAs as well, where people can roll it over into precious metals. But that protection, I think, is needed because of the economic conditions we're going to face.
yeah,
And secondly, when it comes to a time when we cannot buy and sell with the ease we'd like to, without the mark of the beast,
you
I
can
think
still trade.
we will be able to trade amongst
Or
ourselves and the world.
Barter, I should say.
Yeah.
Barter.
So that's what we're doing. We're helping people protect their wealth.
Yeah, and you actually have these coins now, which we'll show you on the screen. You've got silver and gold talents. Now, you sell them in your shop here, and I guess people can order them. We'll put, as you've seen Martin's contact information on the screen, and we'll put it up there for a long time at the end of the show so you can contact him directly if you'd like. But please visit Martin. What's the name of your shop down there?
It's called KingdomTalents.
KingdomTalents, right on Main Street, right here at Heritage International Ministries, and you got quite a thing going. You're going to make money. Yeah.